But let's get this lower bracket final underway. It will be a best of 5, but onto the stage. Let's get the players on board. It is RAISY and MAXTER. They've played against each other 3 or 4 times over the last 12 months, and this is actually a repeat from last year, but that was in the grand final. This time round, it's in the lower bracket final, as MAXTER did take him down at last year's KeenCon.
Will we see a repeat of that result, or will RAISY get some revenge?
Yeah, it's a pretty damn good question you asked there. And honestly, I really don't know. Now that we've got Exile and Crucible in the mix, anything could happen. And speaking of that, we'll have the picks and bans coming up shortly live for you to see exactly what we're going to be witnessing and what maps are going to be selected alongside the champions. And what bans could you expect from the very beginning in terms of the map bans?
Probably Crucible, I guess, because MAXTER has been looking good there. I mean, MAXTER, to be honest, he can play any map kind of same. Apparently, he can even play without items. Yeah. The only thing he seems to want to be able to do is escape.
Yeah,
and he escapes pretty well. As we said, he's one of the strongest defensive players we've ever seen in Quake. So I'm not too worried about him in the map choices, and seems we are getting the map picks underway.
And as we can see, Crucible has been banned by RAISY. Corrupted Keep banned by MAXTER. It's quite a common ban by MAXTER. And it looks like we'll be having Ruins as our first map in this lower bracket final. MAXTER will be selecting Awoken. Finally, right. We actually get it as one of the first 3 maps.
Finally, we actually get to see it this time. Deep Embrace by RAISY, okay.
Exile will be the 4th or 5th map, so it will be the final map with Blood Covenant selected by MAXTER. Now the champion picks. Let's see what RAISY is going to ban first on Ruins. Very curious to see which he's going to select. And definitely take his sweet, sweet time to decide. And it is going to be the Athena ban. Anarchy has been selected by MAXTER. He didn't even hesitate at all. Literally within a second. He did, and the clutch coming out. Okay.
So a very entertaining first map. What's going to happen in the second one?
And that's twice now that RAISY selected the clutch on Ruins, / banned by MAXTER on Awoken. And see what RAISY's going to pick first.
He's taking his time. I think Nyx would probably be a good pick here. Ranger as well, Strog. There's a lot of good picks in Awoken. Ranger, there we go. MAXTER. What will he go for? Doom, Strog, Nyx. Strog, okay.
I thought you were going to name every single champion until he's going to pick it.
I just picked the 3 best for each map. But if the players pick one outside of them, they're wrong. There's the kill respect ban from RAISY on Deep Embrace, and MAXTER, he might... Actually, I'm not sure what Max will play here. Surely the Doom, I guess.
The kill ban's good on Deep Embrace. It can be quite good on Exile as well. And as you said, the Doom has been selected by MAXTER. I think he actually chose it on the previous Deep Embrace matchup. And RAISY, what is he going to go for? It's going to be the BJ pick.
Okay, I would favor MAXTER in that 3rd map. But now for for Blood Covenant, not really any light champions left. Not really any mobile champions left. Likely a Visor of some sort. There's a Visor.
You can see MAXTER just could not be bothered to deal with that Nyx on Blood Covenant. Been a real pain for a lot of his players. Galen had been selected on Blood Covenant, and for the 5th and final map on Exile, the Scale has been banned.
MAXTER might just go with the Eisen again.
He was really good
so
defensively.
Well. Yeah. And he goes with the DK. He does not want to repeat the pick, so RAISY is left to choose between Eisen and Sorlag, and he goes with the Sorlag. Okay.
And we have seen the Sorlag a few times on Exile as well. So that's the champion picks and the maps for you. We'll be starting off on Ruins, Awoken, Deep Embrace, and if we get that far, we'll be on Blood Covenant and Exile. So, got the maps, got the champions. All we need now is your predictions.
My predictions. Well, if we go map by map, I think MAXTER has a really good chance on the first map, because it's a really big map and he can avoid the clutch in a lot of it, and it's going to be a lot about him hitting the rails. And if you give him a target as big as a bus, he will hit those rails. The second and third map, I gotta say, I think MAXTER is gonna win this I don't want to say 3-0, but 3-2 then, 3-2.
So we're actually going to go all the way. I don't think we've even had a 5 mapper yet, have we? We've had a few 3-1s here and there, but that's been about it.
I don't think so, no.
No, so if we did, that would be a first. Because we may not even see XL.
What about your prediction? You can't throw me under the bus and not say yours.
I could. I was hoping we'll go straight into map number 1, but no. that's not going to be the case. I think MAXTER may take this. From the way he's performing so far, as soon as he rectifies his item timings, then there's no reason why he can't. The world will be his oyster then.
Agreed.
Defensively, so good. Probably one of the best defensive players we've seen so far all weekend long.
Round begins.
But we're going to get things started here. This is the lower bracket final, best of 5 to greet Rafa in the grand finals. Let's find out who's going to be coming up trumps here. And then we'll be starting things off from RAISY's perspective with the clutch.
Already has a good position on the center map. MAXTER not really anywhere to be seen. I think RAISY just heard him trying to set up a trap. Will the trap work? Oh, MAXTER just goes away again. He's just being annoying, trying to bait RAISY into doing some sort of movement. And there he is. Goes away, does damage, goes away, collects the heavy, just what you expect from MAXTER. He's telling RAISY, I know what your plan is, and I don't care.
It's funny seeing RAISY try and be sneaky or trying to lay a trap as the clutch.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to be sneaky when you're as big as us.
Yeah. When you're the size of the billboard, it's
gonna be the same
pretty much
thing, right?
impossible. Yeah, yeah, exactly. A minute in, not really too much has happened, but it's formed a little bit with DLG. Still got shield in hand, does it with the shield, back with DLG, does he take him down? Left on 14 HP.
Surely a refrag is underway. MAXTER with one of the fastest champions in the game. Might just try to chase the clutch. Chooses not to just yet, which allows MAXTER at least to get some of the items. I guess spawning soon in. MAXTER surprisingly missing an easy rail on the clutch. Let's pick up some more weapons. Finds the clutch, but clutch, oh my god, MAXTER missing the rails. I was talking about his rail like before this game. He's gonna have another fight. Not much damage exchanges yet, but players happy to overcommit for this one. RAISY has the shield. I was talking about MAXTER's rail accuracy before the game. He already missed 2 very easy rails on the biggest target in the game. So maybe he needs a little bit more time to warm up. 40 minutes versus Aniku wasn't enough.
So we'll use his injects. If he will be up in 15 seconds, about 4.5 seconds between the items so far. He's taking it extremely slow, just waiting for that heavy, trying to see if he's going to drop down that heavy jump pad or come from the back stairs. It doesn't have any information. Finally, it's greeted by MAXTER with a sprinkle of LG damage. He's now going to rotate back around. Mega is up, he's going to come with the shield. Oh, great plays, great accuracy coming up from RAISY. Going to try and clean this up, he's still got the shield in hand. And there we have it, RAISY now up 2-0. This early on in map number 1.
That was a very clean frag on top of it, so MAXTER can't even try to get the refrag. The only silver lining is that there's no shield for clutch just yet. So MAXTER has a 10-second window after he picks up these couple of vertical chronometers. Here it is. Shield about to come online again. RAISY playing very safe. Just hoping that MAXTER is going to fall into his trap.
Oh, he's going to catch him as well with the shield, and surely this is going to be another frag for RAISY here. Very patient, takes his time. A lot of damage in the process, but that doesn't matter. Look at the amount of armor he has. Just needs to collect a few health bubbles, and he's well on his way to continue on making the next engagement. Has actually given up the Mega, which is understandable, still recovering from that last engagement. So I don't know, both of us a little bit. It's actually dropped down, and he could be taken down again. Oh, that was very unfortunate with that rail miss from RAISY, but the shield has returned. Ready to be deployed, and he could actually go, but decides not to, because why should he? He's already got the stack advantage.
And I gotta say, when we have 2 really good defensive players like this, The difference is the patience and RAISY.
Oh my god.
What a shot.
Oh, he almost went for the spawn rail as well. He gets away with the inject. He's still trying to back away, but he's got the shield versus a machine gun. The gauntlet's coming now. He's trying to go for it. Trying to be a cheeky mare, but he's going to be okay. He's going to be taking the frag anyway. 4 minutes in.
And yeah,
6-0.
For how good MAXTER is defensively, so is RAISY. And MAXTER, when he has to go on the offense, he isn't half as good as he is defensively. And RAISY is taking full advantage.
They're going to be picked up. He's up in the next 15 seconds.
Coming
Good
up.
LG coming up here and is going to get ready for that shield. He's trapped in the courtyard, but
I like that he
doesn't
doesn't
really
go
want
for
to take
it.
the risk.
He doesn't need to. He's 6 up, 6-0 down. 6-0 up even. Heavy coming up soon, and it's up to MAXTER coming in. There is the shield now used defensively right before the heavy. That's going to be one more heavy pickup for RAISY. MAXTER does punish the pickup, but MAXTER needs to find a way to go in, and look at the rail angle by RAISY. Heavy coming up soon. RAISY decides no reason to take a risk. Oh! MAXTER runs away before the mega spawns, and that's going to be one more major item for RAISY. That could have been a big pickup for MAXTER there.
Yeah, just giving away a couple of the items. We haven't really been seeing him bait the shield out either. Just continues to commit to the fight when the shield has been deployed. Again, the stack defense heavy. Picked up again.
The stack defense is a bit demoralizing, really.
Yeah, this is not looking too good considering he does have the shield to play, but he's going to be diving on in. He also uses the injured to try and get away, and of course, oh, he managed to get the mega, so he's able to stay alive a little bit longer, and now he doesn't have any more shield.
Okay, MAXTER managing to build something. That's a light. Heavy's up soon. RAISY probably not going to attack the heavy, he's just going to let MAXTER take it. He does not need to take any risks whatsoever. All he needs to do is to make sure MAXTER pays for the frag that he tries to get. There is a fight. Because as long as he plays close range, Clutch will always have a lot of health and armor. More than that, if he... Oh, great. The rocket will steal the mega. MAXTER's right behind him, but he's okay. As long as he shoots one rocket onto RAISY when a fight appears, even if he does give him the frag, he will still have more stack than RAISY off spawn. Than MAXTER even.
He was firing a couple of rockets from down below just to see if he can prepare for him to go on that drop down. Enough minutes there, using the shield, coming straight on onto that courtyard, doing a lot of damage here, using the inject, and they're both on equal stacks, having to rotate back around. Mega is still up, Heavy's not going to be up for another 12 seconds, so we'll have to see how Max is going to try and approach this, using that tri-bolt to see if he can get a little bit more damage and also give himself a bit more information.
That trade just goes completely in favor of RAISY. He's the one getting the items after. MAXTER does get the heavy, but it doesn't really matter for RAISY. That
could have gone really bad for MAXTER there. Yeah, he comes out for both players. He's been hit so far back. The shield isn't even ready. Still got a couple more seconds. Oh, the shield was just about a half a second away for him to be able to deploy so that he can at least tank that rail and then get away, but hits him once. But he's got 2.5 minutes left to try and find 5 frags. It's going to be pretty damn difficult, but it is possible.
He definitely has the speed to find him all those times. The problem will be the stack difference, really. There he finds him. RAISY used the shield preemptively. MAXTER surely trying to push right after the shield. Does he want to go up the jump? And there's the plasma. RAISY steals the mega.
Yes, this 25-second window, depending on the hourglasses he picks up later on. And he's just chilling on that back heavy stairs. Speaking of the heavy, it's going to get picked up, and RAISY misses that defensive rocket, and some good damage coming out, and RAISY still takes him down. And now we've only got a couple of minutes left remaining with that 6 frag deficit. It's going to get a little bit worse now, a little bit rough here for MAXTER.
Yeah, MAXTER just has to take every single risk from now on. He gets every single fight. One more death would be it for MAXTER, and he does get the mutual kill. He's not that bad, but not what MAXTER wanted.
Your crotch feels like it got kicked in by a
So it wasn't. Both items have been up for a while now. Mega finally picked up by RAISY. Let's see what MAXTER can do here, but he needs to start overextending and playing out of its comfort zone if he wants to try and claw things back or keep the scores respectable. Going into the second map, but look, it's RAISY just chilling. And as he just gets him with a close range shotgun, he is so sly.
Very,
Even
very
it's the size of a billboard.
Yeah, the slightest billboard I've ever seen.
They're meant to be for advertising purposes, not just to hide away.
The only thing RAISY advertises is death.
Yeah. Absolutely. Good rail from RAISY. Only got 40 seconds left, but this map has already been completed. RAISY taking the W here. Good dodge. Coming up for RAISY. Trying to finish him off with the gauntlet, but plays it safe and finishes him off short.
And yeah, when you get two players defensive like this, the biggest difference is in terms of patience. And MAXTER did seem a little bit impatient at the start, and RAISY just stuck to his plan, just standing still with a clutch. And it worked out beautifully for him.
Yeah, it's not often you normally see that. With RAISY, though, it's quite a common factor. Map number 1 goes to RAISY. Quite comfortably takes the 2 in this best of 5 lower bracket final. A great way momentum shifting to RAISY to start things off with. But it all depends on how things are going to go in map number 2. It's twice now over the weekend we've seen them select clutch on Ruins.
23% rail on clutch. That is not looking good for MAXTER. I bet if that clutch was a mix, MAXTER would be hitting at least 60.
I was going to say the exact same thing. If it was against a light champion, we may see like
if it's too easy, MAXTER can't do it. You can only do the hard shots.
Yeah, you need to give him the difficult angles and the smaller hitboxes. This is playing out. But we saw quite often, if look at the majority of these fights as well, he wasn't really even baiting the shield. He was just fully committed to these fights. It wasn't until towards the very end where he was baiting the shield a little bit more, where he was getting a couple of frags, and you can see that it was pretty rough for him.
Yeah, but since he wasn't hitting any rails, there weren't really many ways to bait out the shield. He could have tried to play a lot more mid-range than he normally does, trying to use LG or even machine gun a lot more, but RAISY was either giving him rail fights or close-range fights.
And there you have it. Crowd loving it so far in this lower bracket final. As we mentioned before, this is a best of 5, and whoever wins this series will play against Rafa in the grand final, with Rafa having that 1 map advantage. And again, our predictions going out the window.
Yeah, pretty much. The next map will be the Deep Embrace. Strog versus Ranger. What do we feel about that? It's kind of the same plan, right? RAISY wants to play close range. He has the ability for close range. MAXTER is playing the mobile champion. He will have the rail to try and hit those rails. If MAXTER's rails is a bit better than 23%, I think he has a good chance.
Well, now he's not against a massive hitbox. I reckon his hit percentage will go way up. Stocks are going up here, mate.
Yeah, he's probably not going to get lower than that.
I'll be surprised if he does. But let's take a look and see how things are going to go. Map number 2 here in this lower bracket final. With Strog versus the Ranger. Let's see if MAXTER can try and tie this series up, or if RAISY are going to continue his rampage from the first map and take it 2-0.
Let's see, MAXTER already spawned with that railgun. He's going to be glad for that initial spawn. He's trying to find RAISY right now, and he does find it. Not quite any damage done. Oh, he does do 60 damage.
20 seconds in, not too much happening yet. No rockets for MAXTER.
Not like he wants it. He wants to try and avoid close range fights at all costs.
He's making a little bit of noise. Wait and see. Waiting for RAISY to react, and he has done into the Mega straight away. There's not all to go for the heavy. Lovely stuff there. And even though MAXTER's got a high ground again, he hasn't got the rockets to lay down, so he won't be able to get any damage, and RAISY will get away.
RAISY just setting up the rocket jump in a way that there would be no rail angle available for MAXTER.
Yeah, I loved it. Well, we have seen some crazy things from him. Yeah. Remember in that Deep Embrace game, that was just ridiculous. That vertical mid-air rocket he landed earlier on. A little bit of damage. Can I hit that rail with him back away? Oh, the return rail coming out.
Both very low. Is anyone going to back out?
Oh, that was so close. Both of them are available. Yeah, I can't really see it. It looks like both of them were a little bit tempted. Maybe even say committed, so to speak. And MAXTER.
Don't hit himself.
Hitting himself is not going to do him any favours here. Maybe he's just trying to match his stack to give him a little bit of a chance.
Surely. Surely that's the play. Mega coming up soon, Maxer. Ready for it. RAISY. Doesn't really have the same stack as Maxer, so playing a little bit more defensive. As we expected, just trying to play more close range. Maxter is the one trying to find the angles.
Staring for him to go in that TP. 2 minutes in, no frags yet. Very close to a couple. Finally gets away through the TP. And now going over towards the energy. Maxter has picked up the heavy though, and now getting prepared for this mega. To see if he can contest it. Is in that choke point. Great rocket from RAISY. And then Maxter does pick up the mega, but that's a good source of damage to give him a bit of leeway and not let Maxter get such a ridiculous stack. Just spamming those rockets. Maxter isn't even going to bother as he picks up light. Heavy's up in just a few seconds, and look at just waiting for him to drop down that TP. He's going to go for the TP himself. Rotate around. Look, he's actually just waiting.
Yeah,
he's going to find it over the beacon, which means he can just go for the heavy here.
RAISY not interested in doing anything except playing close range. Oh, good vertical rail. And there's the mega pickup. RAISY using his orb for that, which means it's green light for Maxter if he wants to go close range. And he does. There's a close range frag. Great rocket from Maxter, getting the first kill in Awoken.
Both players were so patient. Maxter with that first frag on the board, 3 minutes in. Now rotating back around. Heavy's up in 5 seconds. Hits the first rail, but also RAISY does the same. Maxter now just waiting to see if he's going to go around that LG area, which he does eventually, but RAISY did time it right.
Maxter a bit wary of going up the jump pad without knowing RAISY's exact whereabouts. I think he sniffed him out now. He knows where he is. He was ready for the rocket jump, but still not able to hit the shot. It was a too hard shot. Oh, he got it with the wrong weapon out. RAISY doing a lot of damage. Still a long time for the mega to spawn, so both players do not need to be fighting there. Just gonna back off. Heavy up next. Goes all in the way of Maxter. No damage done by RAISY. Maxter knows exactly where RAISY is. Just not able to really do any damage. And RAISY again using the orb just to secure that mega, which means Maxter knows going close range is a possibility again.
Yeah, he does have that window of opportunity. Both the Pika and the orb will be made available in the next 15 seconds. Maxter just sneaking on upwards around top mid. Heavy is still up, and both players are actually going for each other's items, so not really too much is going to happen. Max is still a little bit cautious with the lack of info. He may have found it, not really too sure if he had a glimpse. Pika situation, now using that Pika, realising that he's not around the area either, and Max is just thinking, where is RAISY playing hide and seek?
Where is RAISY indeed? Let's see if Maxter turns around so that we can find out where RAISY is. Oh, there he is. He's right behind him, and Maxter, no, not quite there. Oh, RAISY missed it.
He was trying to be a little bit cheeky with the information play, but no, he guessed absolutely wrong.
Yeah, that's kind of weird that RAISY does miss the back shot there onto Maxter. Both players laughing about it for a little bit.
And that was RAISY saying, yeah, I'm not that predictable. I'm not just sitting there crouching around top mid waiting for you to make the first move. And both players coming well. That's a very aggressive push coming out from RAISY. Maxter has dropped him down with a bit of damage to add to the tally. Mega will be up and so is the heavy. In sync, both going towards the mega. A lot of damage done by Maxter, but may have to give up the heavy here. Actually, he's going to keep him trapped around the heavy machine gun, so he can go for this heavy whenever he likes, but now he's going to prioritise the frag. They're both actually sneaking around the same way. Oh my god, the shot he did so much damage as RAISY does get away and avoids giving Maxter the second frag. Oh, saying that though, actually he's going to... He was thinking about rotating back around, but running out of rail ammo, but he hasn't got any rocket ammo to his name either.
RAISY, with 5 HP, does manage to stack back up a little bit. And with how hard it was in the previous game for Maxter to get a frag back onto RAISY, it's now RAISY that doesn't seem to have even a chance to frag Maxter. As both of these players are so good defensively that once they get in the lead, they are very hard to stop. But so far it seems that Maxter has been the only one trying to get frags. He's been the one in control of the game. He's been the one pushing for the fights, and RAISY going to the other side of the map again, using the orb. Not even defensively, it's just extremely positioned.
Oh, he's going to catch him as well, and look at the stack difference as well. First rail coming up from MAXTER, waiting for the second to go for the TP. RAISY timed it well to go for the TP. Trying to get away and recover at the same time. That rocket could have been brutal, but RAISY just standing his ground, waiting for MAXTER to challenge him. And only 3 minutes left remaining, and only one frag, but it could have been two, but God knows how he was actually able to get away from that. What a rail! Look at you trying to go for the second. The stacks are even. RAISY can now make a bit of an impact here. A lot of damage as a pick here. He cheekily goes for the Mega with the orb and still manages to take him down.
22 HP left for MAXTER. RAISY, that was a very aggressive push, and a very 50-50 fight. It could have gone either way.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. Still plenty of time for RAISY to come back from this and that chai bolt. RAISY with a slight stack advantage. Mega coming up in 5 seconds. Let's see how he's going to approach it.
Now we should see a much more defensive MAXTER. Still fighting for his item, but now might just duck off. And that's the kill for RAISY. MAXTER not really backing off in time.
RAISY just recovering from that last engagement.
MAXTER, surely the next thing on MAXTER will be trying to get a rail eventually.
Take that kick straight away. Rails straight afterwards. This is RAISY pumping up. Going the door back, gets behind him. Misses the rocket and ends up getting a trade. But the Mega is up. RAISY's got the spawn through it and the rockets.
MAXTER already hit. Oh, MAXTER came back. He takes a rocket for his troubles. Surely MAXTER now. He wants that rail. He wants to be able to play as defensive as he likes. He's already cutting damage to RAISY, but RAISY seems relentless right now. He's a man on the mission. He just keeps chasing, and he surely is going to get the kill soon. Not just yet. Orb is going to be coming soon, and he picks up the. No, never mind. He doesn't pick it up yet. There we go. Mega up soon. There's the peeker. RAISY might even use the orb. There's the orb. MAXTER just lagging it.
Don't blame him. He has the mobility. He has the frag lead.
1 minute to go. Can RAISY get the frag on MAXTER?
Just stand on top mid. He knows he can't use the orb to go up. He'll be up for another 25 seconds. Get some chip damage through that TP onto LG. Just isn't showing his face at the moment. Look at the stack difference. If MAXTER even consumes one rail from RAISY, that's when RAISY's just going to be flying on in with the orb as well. He knows he could be up there. He's running out of time. Nice fake nail jump to make him think that. This is the rail, sadly, but it was a very hard angle indeed.
Oh, you see, he tried, but now he's gonna have to go back to get some more armor in MAXTER. Goes back to where he was. RAISY will not have the orb anymore until the 10-minute mark. RAISY, his execution is failing him a little bit now. Mega up. RAISY is gonna be the last item he gets before 10-minute mark. Can he find MAXTER? MAXTER put himself on a bit of a hard spot to get out of. He's forced to rocket jump out, and RAISY shading him. 3 seconds to go. And RAISY calls it GG. MAXTER ties up the series.
We knew that mobility was going to be a big factor for MAXTER towards the end of that game, and just continue with that rotation. Didn't fall for that nail jump earlier on, and as RAISY went for the TP at the very end, trying to make MAXTER think that he was going to rotate behind him, which he didn't. He went top mid to try and catch him, but MAXTER wasn't really falling for any of his shenanigans. As you can see for the item control, 17 for MAXTER, 19 for RAISY, 22 rail hit percentage, and MAXTER's actually gone back to normal now, 50%.
Yeah, I mean, this Ranger is not that easy to hit as clutch, so it's normal. And this is going to be a very short highlight video, I assume. There were not that many frags in the game. Oh, this was definitely a highlight. Both players are trying to find each other. The crowd reaction, love it.
Oh dear me, that's why I think we get a little bit cheeky, but then again he did win that map, so we'll allow it. So you've seen the first couple of maps so far, of course. RAISY dominant in the first one with that clutch on Ruins.
Yes.
MAXTER played it very slow and steady, normally giving RAISY many opportunities to even be able to make that comeback.
So far, what I
the
see,
series is completely on its head.
What I see from these players is whoever managed to establish a lead in the first couple of minutes of the game just runs with it, because they're both so good defensively that it's hard for anyone else to push them.
Certainly is. But MAXTER manages to tie things up here. not going to let things go out of control on RAISY's side in terms of the series scoreline.
Next map is going to be Deep Embrace. MAXTER with the Doom, RAISY with the BJ.
MAXTER with the Doom has been looking pretty hot.
Yeah,
especially when it was against Xenoku when he stole his pick, because obviously Xenoku loves his Doom.
Yeah, and MAXTER with the Doom, especially on Deep Embrace, he just the double jump allows himself to get a lot more rail angles than normal, and he makes complete use of it.
Exactly that. We'll have to see what MAXTER can do in this matchup. When Xenoku played against MAXTER, Xenoku was ridiculous against him. That was what he was able to accomplish, considering how much he was getting battered at the very beginning, and Xenoku was able to turn things around entirely, shifting that momentum. But will RAISY be prepared for it?
I mean, RAISY did pick Deep Embrace, so maybe he believes he has what it takes to beat him here.
Yep, definitely.
Seems we're going to get underway soon.
Definitely got a game plan indeed. Let's see how things are going to run its course as we're going to enter map number 3. It's now 1 apiece in this best of 5 lower bracket final. It will be RAISY with the BJ and MAXTER with the Doomslayer. Let's see how things are going to go. Starting off from RAISY's perspective, pick up the rockets and get in heavy straight away alongside the rail.
See RAISY the one starting up with the rail. Can he find MAXTER? I think he heard him at the shotgun. So he's going to be obviously setting a trap because he's RAISY. He's just not going to move. And MAXTER hopefully he has a little bit more patience in here than he had on Ruins. Because, oh, there's the Doom ability to try and get out. He actually gets a rail as well, so great success. He's going to get the heavy as well in RAISY on this side of the map. Just hoping that the Mega spawns soon, because he's tired of waiting.
Right now, praying that he's not going to get contested for it, but it looks like he's going to be fine. In terms of the items, about 5.5 seconds apart. RAISY making that rotation underneath.
RAISY wants to get position on the heavy, but it's very hard to get position when Doom can just double jump back. Oh, MAXTER appearing here at the bottom. And there's the rocket jump up. RAISY trying to hold the position with the dual rockets. He is successful. Mega next item up, and RAISY just going to make a run for it. Try to get it. Can he land? He even lands the shot on MAXTER. MAXTER. He lands two. MAXTER biting more than he can do, and that's the third for the first kill.
3 for 3 there.
And making it 4. It's not easy to win a rail duel versus MAXTER, but RAISY is showing us how it's done.
Certainly does. I was going to say, you might as well treat yourself and make it 5, but he's decided to relax a little bit. But MAXTER's got the return rail of his own, and making it a second. Gets the lights into it, and good rockets coming out. And in the end, it'll be RAISY gaining that second frag alongside the Mega. Oh, he actually comes out. MAXTER's going to try and get the drink frag, but in the end, making it 3 now for RAISY.
And given the trend of these two players, it's been 2 minutes, he has a lead. He won.
Yeah.
It's the pressure is now on MAXTER to try and get something done, and he knows that. He went for the heavy, gets the heavy, doing a lot of damage with the tribal. How is he going to try and push for a frag? Seeing RAISY, let's see what RAISY does defensively. He has no idea of the Mega timing. Should have, I say no idea. I'm sure he has some idea of the Mega timing. Just not in the second.
Yeah, he'll have a educated guess on coming. What a tribal there from MAXTER as
he's above you.
As he goes straight above. And
very nice.
Didn't really take any damage at all, which now means he can continue to apply pressure. Depending on the rotation that RAISY's made on the spot, MAXTER gets top mid straight away as he's going to try and get away and defend himself. Mega's being picked up by MAXTER as well. We'll find RAISY. Great rail, and see you later. He's going to be off the map. Sink is going to be pretty happy about that. Huge stack now for MAXTER, and RAISY's just trying to stay alive and stop him from tying things up.
Oh, the punch. Okay. Instead of going, he doesn't want to go for the frag, he wants to go for the items, and now thinking he can get the frag. Let's see if he can actually do it. There's another rail. One more to get the frag. He misses it in the end. Mega's gonna be up. Can he make his way onto there, or is he gonna allow RAISY to get it?
He's actually going to go for the light above, and luckily for him, MAXTER didn't decide to try and contest it instead. Finds him. First rail in favour of RAISY, as you can see, just trying to get a little bit of tribal damage there. It's backing away. Heavy's now up. Items are heavily segregated by about 13 seconds, and now just waiting for RAISY to make that initial push.
dual wheel. MAXTER backing off a little bit. They're fighting for the position on the Mega. MAXTER avoiding most of the damage. Do the damage on the Heavy. There's one rail. Can he get anything more? Seems not. Now he has position on the Heavy. Stacks still very even, as both players keep trying to look for free rail angles, trying to get a bit creative with the shots they go for.
Oh, decent rocket. This chip damage here, and they will start adding up eventually. Here comes with the LG, the duel comes up from RAISY. MAXTER is the one with the stack advantage in this little scuffle, and now he's going to be using that Doom to pick up the health bubbles and maybe even go for the Mega. He's actually waiting for it as he drops down. Great play from MAXTER, great bait as well, and now it's all tied up.
A very good bait indeed. And now the rocket jump to the Heavy, which has already been picked up by RAISY. RAISY appears in MAXTER's face. Not sure he's going to be leaving to tell the tale. It seems so. Still 15 seconds for the Mega, and MAXTER now realizing, when is the Heavy? Did he pick it up just 15 seconds ago?
He's going to be waiting quite a while.
Wants to go for that top light, but he knows if he goes, RAISY is definitely setting up a trap there because he doesn't hear him anywhere. There is RAISY. MAXTER very low HP, and he's going to fall onto RAISY's LG, which gives him the 4th kill. And he's trying to punish MAXTER for this Mega pickup. Doesn't really have much health to defend. Oh, the rocket!
Before he headed into the murder hole, but now he's getting tagged from behind. RAISY's still trying to stay alive after that previous bout, and just approaching that 6-minute mark. MAXTER, that 2 frag deficit. Heavy's up. Mega's going to be up in the next 5 seconds. Still waiting to see which routes MAXTER's going to take, but leave him be with those shenanigans and picks up the Mega. Finds in the murder hole, goes towards the light, waiting for him to go for that TP. Backs away again, eats up the light. This is good micromanaging here, and just RAISY being proactive around the map with these items. 10 seconds until the Heavy spawns.
And since RAISY got the lead in the first 2 minutes, we can only assume he wins the map. So far he's been on the lead defending. MAXTER did get a few kills, but RAISY back in control of the game. Doing some damage, RAISY not... There he goes, with the dual wheel to the LG. He's doing a lot of damage. Both players are available. You can see he's scared that MAXTER is just there holding the angle.
Yeah, he knows what to expect from MAXTER. He's never going to bother, but...
And he was right.
Take him to the rail. He certainly did. But he was back on 165 HP anyway, so it could really make too much difference for him because he didn't have the armor anyway. So he's pushing for it now.
This is very risky by RAISY. Does not have anything to play with. There's a 25 HP bubble, which will prevent him from being railable, but he gives the whole map to MAXTER. Meg is about to be up, finds a light armor, surely will be just setting himself up. Pick up the other one. Under the 100, feeling a little bit more comfortable now. Can he defend? Can he do any damage from below on the Heavy? Doesn't seem so. MAXTER picks it up pretty cleanly. Gonna be happy about that. There's MAXTER with an off angle. Is he gonna chase through the TP? No.
He was a little bit tempted, but decided not to. He's got plenty of time.
They've been shooting at each other for the last 30 seconds, but no damage has been exchanged.
That's what I was actually going to point out.
Oh, there it is.
For me, that was a huge rocket, and then the rail combo straight after. So RAISY has to try and back away. He'll be available, but need to try and reassess the situation and make the correct recovery rotation.
Thankfully, both light armors were up there for RAISY, so he managed to stack back up quite quickly. MAXTER probably not expecting the stack that RAISY has right now. Or maybe he does, that's why he doesn't push aggressively just yet. So now with about twice the stack of RAISY. 2 minutes to go. 10 seconds for the Heavy. MAXTER looking to push it, RAISY looking to lag it.
And they did say as well, RAISY is almost as equally really good defensively as MAXTER is. Always seems to make the right rotations to get away. Race especially, and now using that dual water to trying to apply it as a threat with those sound cues as well. Mega's been up for quite a while now, but Max is finally been
In
able
the
to pick it
face.
up. That was a great tripod there. Captain Max, he's just going to dive straight on in. And Stanley's going to be able to miss him.
No, he misses the
RAISY actually able to get away with his life. And the heavy, he's still got time to maybe not go for it, but trying to attempt it and get some damage done, but he won't be able to. They're 6 HP. And
Master
he's just
misses
trying to
the
waste
jump
time.
as well though, but here he is, and surely the kill right after. RAISY does do a little bit of damage, but with 1 minute to go, MAXTER is looking to tie up the game. Where does RAISY spawn? He sees him. Oh, he does not have any more tribal, and he's running out of ammo on all the weapons. He needs to be careful about this. Ooh, oh my god. That was dangerous there. The crowd. You could hear the crowd in fear of MAXTER's life there.
The crowd was clenching. Because I know I was.
There's the rocket, and he goes up the jump pad, and RAISY just pushes him to the jump pad 3 times! A disaster for MAXTER, and he calls the GG. No way.
Out of all the ways for this match to end, or this game to end rather, that was probably the most anticlimactic attempt to go to that rocket jump pad. But yeah, they will be taking it, and now we'll be up 2-1 in the series. That was absolutely balmy way to finish, and quite an interesting loss back as well.
Yeah. And that's RAISY going 2-1. And so far, the player who gets the early lead gets the win, because neither of these players seem to be able to shake off the other one's defense.
That's exactly what I was going to point out. They're both so good defensively. They both hit pretty much the exact same rails almost. As we're just going through the replays here.
Yeah, this is when MAXTER decided, you're not gonna outrail me, and RAISY says, bet.
You're trying to say ego time to...
Yeah,
I can understand that. But yeah, RAISY played extremely well that game. It was just, again, a bit unfortunate with that rocket jump pad shenanigans. You could see what his game plan was, but still had about 20 seconds left to spare to try and bring them back. But it is what it is. So now RAISY just 1 map away to have a rematch against Rafa in the grand final. And MAXTER now needs to try and win both maps 4 and 5 in order to get to the grand final himself.
That was my favorite kill, the bait to make RAISY drop.
Yeah, it wasn't even just a shot and a drop down, it was literally just a bait. So well played.
And then now we're gonna get to see the next skill after this. This was the beautiful rocket. And the next one I think should be the punch fail. That was a good highlight.
The punch that could have happened, should have happened, but just didn't happen.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, after this one, yeah, this is it. He just knew it. I'd love to see the reaction in his face after that one. Yeah, everyone just reacted the same way. I think we all did.
Yeah.
When we couldn't believe the situation he placed himself in.
Now Pfizer versus Galena on Blood Covenant.
We've seen a lot of medium champions on Blood Covenant, even if it's the first map, the last map, map number 3. Pfizer been a very, very popular pick. I feel like the Nyx was banned. Before this, let's have a quick look. Yes, literally the Nyx was banned
Right at the start
on
of this map.
number 4. So you can tell MAXTER's just like, not interested.
Yeah.
Even if you pick the Visor, I'm not interested.
MAXTER's not really much of an Nyx player somehow. I think it would be a perfect champion for him, but instead of disappearing, he prefers to do defensive damage.
Yeah, I've never seen him really have much of a pick player in Nyx, as you have rightly mentioned, but here we are. RAISY now up 2-1 in the series, and it's best of 5. If you're joining us, this is the lower bracket final. The winner will be facing Rafa in the grand finals later this evening. As the Mega's still not been picked up, very heavily delayed. So it means whoever's going to get that heavy or the kind of stack advantage.
Oh, that's a lot of damage
Take the items.
with the nail. Finally diminishing with the damage a little bit, and MAXTER goes straight for the rail with a little rocket jump. RAISY still has not used his piercing sight either. Not like he needs to, but I like to see the piercing sight being used. Even though we already know where the players are. There's the piercing sight. He does the rocket, he lands the rail. And the second one, he's gonna go for a third. MAXTER lands, and RAISY just tries to get out. Oh, there was an angle there for about 100 milliseconds. MAXTER almost hits the shot. Just about misses it.
Here's this time back in 15 seconds. Of course, he needs to keep track of those totems as well. prediction there by MAXTER. Oh, even held the angle still. He is available, not anymore after picking up that bubble. And he actually decides to rocket jump over and see if he can try and...
He doesn't go for the heavy though. Oh, is it? Now he has to.
A few missed rockets here and there. RAISY really needed to get some damage.
But Israelable decides to forfeit any possible damage and just go and get the Mega. Doesn't have any armor. Realize that and remedies it, picking up the light armor. But this light armor isn't up because MAXTER denied it just before going for the heavy.
I like this from RAISY as well, just hanging around the Mega area the entire time, using that piercing sight, assessing the situation. Once he's got the info required, just dropping down from the hourglasses again and just do a repeat protest with that rotation. You can see all the totems, he's got plenty of totems up. MAXTER doesn't need to go for the Mega.
Yep, and that's what Galina wants to do, just keep your opponent on that side of the map, but he needs to eventually find some damage. There's a little bit.
He's running out of rocket ammo, running out of rail as well. Does have a heavy machine gun as a substitute, but...
That's going to be the hard part, because if MAXTER's controlling that side of the map, how can he get there freely?
MAXTER knows this, he knows at some point he's going to have to push for it. Piercing sight's ready. There's only one place he's going to be. He realizes where the heavy
there he
is
sees
gone.
the totems, he sees another one, and he just destroyed the whole plantation. Oh, he's at the heavy. That's not going to spawn for a while. And he misses out on the Mega as well. So MAXTER, he loses 2 totems, but he gets control over the whole map.
And he does have the timing of the Mega as well, so RAISY will have to make an educated guess later on if he tries to contest it. Heavy up in just a couple of seconds. Not even going to bother approaching it. Only 3 shots left of the rail as well. Definitely heard it, but again, isn't going to bother. But at least he's going to have the timing now of the Mega once he goes for it. Waiting to see if he can do the rocket jump from the heavy, which he is not. This is going down below.
So far, a very ranged game. No player willing to commit to anything just yet. Just trying to see if they can get any free damage. RAISY making his way to finally some more rail ammo. Just trying to see if he can hear where MAXTER is before going for it. And MAXTER is not giving any sound. Finally, RAISY hears him and he realizes, okay, I can go. This is safe for me. Gets the heavy as well. Gets Scott with the rocket out. So MAXTER pushing him with an LG5. Missing the rail, so RAISY makes his way out of there. Meg is the next item up. MAXTER already there. I'm surprised RAISY didn't even try to pick up that LG ammunition. He's at least 100. Great rail by MAXTER.
Oh, great rail from RAISY. So, Turnrail definitely going to do himself a massive favour to put a halt to the aggression, but heavy been picked up by MAXTER once again. Only problem is, MAXTER's got time to contest this Mega, even if he can't go for it. This is going to go for the TP. Oh, he's on 50 HP. He is railable, backs away. Trying to sneak away if he can. He has been able to, picks up the light, so he's going to give himself a little bit more time. Still no frags over approaching the halfway stage here. 40 HP, he's on the hunt to try and chase him down. The defensive rockets aren't really doing too much. And when he's about to catch him, he doesn't. RAISY's still somehow able to get away.
RAISY's on life support. He's just finding some items here and there. Yet another light armor. Just give to the rail as well for his troubles. That's the price to pay.
5-minute warning.
MAXTER, will he be able to eventually find an opening? Because these players, as we mentioned earlier, they are really good defensively, and they can play defensively even if they have almost no health and armor. RAISY doing exactly that. He doesn't mind if he has to stay AFK for 30 seconds just to get the foot back into the game.
This is a scoreline we kind of expected between 2 medium champions on Blood Covenant. It's quite common. But with these 2 players being so strong defensively.
He just destroyed 3 of the totems.
Maybe he's got 7 more somewhere. It's been so long. Posting the 6-minute mark, still no frags. Heavy is up, but Max decided to go under, and it may even go to the heavy stairs to try and pick that up. And RAISY lurking around the rail area to see what he can do. Does hit him with 1, but at least he's able to match the stack.
RAISY, having a bit more stack than Araki, than MAXTER. First time in a few minutes.
Oh, he catches him here as he does manage to get away, but took a lot of damage. Misses that first round. That would have been so important. They're going to continue with the LG anyway. RAISY quite weak, but not weak enough to be railed. RAISY does have that piercing sight mode, so at least now he's got information to decide how when to back up. He's going to get to the LG.
Oh, they're
So MAXTER
he
could
almost
pick up
dies
the mega. That was so. Oh my god, the tri-bolt as well. Good thing MAXTER actually delayed the timing on that mega. Trying to get him. I guess at least some damage with these rockets, but RAISY just standing his ground around the bottom mega area and manages to get away. It's like I said, RAISY, you feel like it's been in life support for so long. Finally, RAISY can establish some kind of stack, but not big enough to
Yield in the power of the
go
ancient.
absolutely crazy with. But
so
that
much damage.
tri-bolt.
Wouldn't surprise me if MAXTER tries to do something aggressive, but he realizes he's running out of ammo on the few of the weapon, so it might be better to replenish that before doing anything too aggressive. And there it is.
Still just biding his time. That's exactly on the whereabouts of where he is. A little bit of tri-bolt damage there from RAISY. MAXTER just trying to get the opportunity to use the tri-bolt of his own. RAISY switched over to the rail. Misses the first rail as well, so this could be a chance for RAISY now to get back in this matchup. Decent rocket, just to keep him back defensively, but now look at the stack difference between the two. Decides the rocket jump up, and if RAISY continues to trace him, he does have that piercing sight in 5 seconds.
Surely RAISY will be looking to finally make an aggressive move 8 minutes into the game.
Maybe.
Like to see. There's the piercing sight, MAXTER knows. MAXTER doesn't really have much to play with, there's no light armor. RAISY coming in, the rockets by MAXTER are not enough. RAISY gets the first kill 8 minutes into the game. And he's 2 minutes away from potentially making it to the grand final versus Rafa. We'll have to see what the Argentinian player has to say about that.
And he took just over 8 minutes for RAISY to, or for either player really, respectively, to try and get that first frag.
I like what MAXTER is doing, what RAISY is doing. He does not have to move. Eventually he does get it. A few seconds before the heavy, and RAISY decides, okay, I'm gonna get the heavy. This is good for me. And MAXTER tries to do a very aggressive move, but gets immediately punished by a beautiful air rocket by RAISY. 1 minute to go now. RAISY is now going to set up trap. This should be it. It should be almost a GG frag. 1 minute to go. 3 frags ahead. And RAISY is looking unstoppable as he keeps punishing MAXTER.
He realises the situation. 3-0, but of course with the lack of mobility, it's going to be extremely tough for him to even bother with a comeback here. With 45 seconds left remaining, is RAISY now. Took him a really long time, a lot of patience, but it has been worth it. Just waiting for him to pick up that rocket jump pad. Hits the first. About to get a bit of damage with the nail, but that's going to be all she wrote here. It's MAXTER with that rocket jump. Oh, misses the jump towards the rail as well. And now it's just down below him.
In this whole best of 5, it seemed that whoever player got the first kill would win the game.
Yeah. Statistically, you're spot on.
And there it is, the finishing fight. Did MAXTER get 1 kill in this map? Oh, he's going for the fake pummel.
The shotgun just doesn't want to work for RAISY for some reason. No idea why, but
That's
that is going
RAISY.
to be it. RAISY takes the lower bracket final 3-1. And we'll be seeing him in the grand finals later on against Rafa. And MAXTER put on one hell of a show. Make sure you give a round of applause for MAXTER as well. He'll be placing third here at KeenCon. And we'll add another trophy to his collection with that podium finish.
Still not a smile from RAISY though. He is a man on a mission.
You're acting surprised by that. Look at that as well, 45% rail from RAISY, 33% from MAXTER, but they weren't really making it easy for each other as well.
It was a very tactical game. Eventually RAISY found an opening and capitalized on that, and as soon as he got the kill, he knew he could just blitz back into infinity and forcing MAXTER to make very aggressive moves. As we see here, that air rocket completely shut down MAXTER, and as soon as he got that second frag, he knew that was game over. Well played by RAISY.
Yeah, he knew he was done, and we'll have to see what RAISY can do now in the grand finals and what difference he can make in comparison to what we witnessed before. And yeah, that was pretty crazy, but I'm happy to see that match. Like, both of them played extremely well defensively, and as you said before, whoever gets the first frag seemed to win it outright, which seemed to be the running trend here for both these players. And we'll have to see what RAISY can do now in that grand final, as I mentioned before, with Rafa having that one map advantage.
Yeah, I wonder if each of these players always win whenever they get the first frag. Maybe if they get the first frag from Rafa, someone can take a map from him.
I saw that a couple of times, and then Rafa just dominated.
Yeah, it is Rafa after all. It is Rafa after all, but we have hopes.
Yeah, we have hopes and dreams, and I'm sure there's a good chance he may crush in the how the grand finals goes. But we have the interview ready here with RAISY to see his thoughts on that loser bracket final and how he's going to approach the grand finals later.
Yeah, now this time you're not the one you need to come to me. I will come to you to ask you about your game against MAXTER. I mean, generally, you look kind of unbeatable in lower bracket finals. What's the magic about?
I wouldn't say that, but I don't know. I felt like I played slightly better, but I was still making way too many mistakes. But I'll just try to do better against Rafa in the grand final.
I mean, that's known territory for you. You two have shared so many grand finals in Quake Champions over the years. Do you think you'll be able to do anything different from the past ones, or are you just going to see how it goes and that's it?
I'll just try to do my best.
Okay. I'll give you some time to rest and prepare for the match. And thank you for your time once again. And with that, I'm sending it back to Lethal Indians.